Chapter 13. Dear Hazrama, Namaste. I can't remember what my own grandmother looked like. She probably looked like you. Meeting you opened up a window of happiness in my heart. I feel you have given me many blessings. You have so much experience. I find in you a curious mixture of hope, sorrow, dreams, and life experience. You have lived through an era which, when I look into your face, I feel I understand. For me, you are a book, and every time you speak, I turn a new page. Perhaps it surprises you that someone who has met you only once should write you a letter. I want you to know this is my first handwritten letter to anyone. People don't write letters by hand anymore. They prefer emails. I use a computer to write my letters too. The computers become the paper and post for our messages, but writing to you now, I am beginning to realize how artificial emails are. You have given me the desire to write a letter in my own hand, and I am grateful to you for that. I could have given you a phone call or dropped by to say all this, but I feel the need to express myself in writing. At the moment, there is no one in the world who is dearer to me than you. I was smitten the day I met you. I had never really talked with someone your age. You are as majestic as mountain, not just because of your years, but because you have the wisdom and grace that come with experience. I didn't want to leave your house. I realized afterwards that I miss parental affection in my life. All human beings need caring guardians. Right now in the village I am in, I see farmers working in their orange or orchards. To the north are snow-capped mountains. The contentment I see on the farmers' faces isn't because they have a beautiful view. It comes from their certainty that their orchards will bear fruit. The sun's rays are reflecting off the mountains. They are basking in its warmth. Hazurama, you pin your hopes on gods. These farmers pin their hopes on the mountains. They depend on the weather and they read the changing season by looking at the mountains. Your hopes are pinned on gods, the farmers on the mountain, and mine on you. I made you dance and you were happy. The day I saw you dance was the happiest day of my life. It was as though the snow on the mountains was melting in the sun and a magnificent rainbow and appeared on the horizon. You go to temples every day and worship your gods. Depending on your state of mind, you find your gods serious or worried or happy. I wanted to see you elated, full of joy like a living goddess. You have your worries as well as your joys. With hope and happiness, you roll the cotton of bhakti for your gods while at the same time you worry about your family who are far away from you, just like a farmer who rejoices when his crops bear fruit or despairs when they fail. Similarly, I feel great contentment writing to you, but I also have my worries. I'm sorry, I couldn't accept your invitation for lunch. Right now, I am in the Western Hills, far from Kathmandu. I hope you aren't upset because I had to decline your invitation. I promise I will come when I get back. I confess that I have one fear thought. I fear I have grown too attached to you and that you might have unreasonable expectation of me. Please remember that I am an ordinary painter, one of the many book lovers who come to your house. You are right in saying I am a stubborn person. I am willing to be called anything as long as I can make you dance. I'll try to make you dance every time I see you. I don't care if you call me an extremely stubborn person. I have my idiosyncrasies just like everybody else. So, Hazurama, you are going to have to dance every time I visit, and you won't be allowed to step even if a visitor arrives. I assume your dear granddaughter is reading this letter to you. She'll have to dance as well. It surprises me I am saying such an outrageous thing, but why should I lie to you, Hazurama? I am in love. I have fallen in love, though I can hardly believe it myself, but I haven't been able to tell the one I love how I feel. I suppose I don't have the courage. I'm too scared. Why are people afraid when it comes to love? Why am I running away? I'm afraid to face her. I'm not sure how she will react. What if she rejects me? What if she tells me she doesn't want me? What if she tells me she doesn't love me? Then I'll slide down a slippery slope with no hope of ever getting to my feet again. This is the first serious love in my life. I don't want it to fail. If that happens, my state of mind would be changed forever, and I don't think I would ever recover. I'm proud. My problem is that the person I love is also proud. She's beautiful, intelligent, and I think even prouder than I am. She's the loudest person on earth. She's like a mountain. If she was just physically beautiful, she would be like the dark side of mountains, magnificent but never touched by the sun. However, every aspect of her is beautiful. Her intelligence shines like a snow-covered slope in the sun. She leaves me breathless. The snow that melts from the washes over and purifies me. Tell me, Hazurama, what should I do? I began to write this letter at dawn. I pulled back the curtains and was dazzled by the sun as it climbed up the mountain's face. I was colored by the orange rays of sunrise and bathed in them as I wrote, I am in love. And just as I wrote that, sunlight poured through the window. So the sun is a witness to my love. With the sun as my confidant, I set light on my heart's sacred desire. You might be able to feel the curves of the sun in my words. The sun was setting when I first met the woman I love. Now the sun is rising, so I am writing the letter at sunrise, thinking about a woman I met at sunset. Be my witness, Hazurama. I love her. She will live in my heart as long as the sun rises in the eastern hills and sets in the western hills. Our lives are short. I want you to be the witness to my love. I must sound illogical to you, like a poet or even a lunatic perhaps. Shakespeare said that poets, lovers, and madmen enjoy absolute freedom. I'm writing on a sheet of paper colored crimson by the sun. The tip of my pen is dancing while I remember you dancing. It was a strange coincidence, my coming to your house. You switched on the cassette player and I made you dance. I don't really know what led me to you. I came in search of a book, and now you have become a witness to my love. It seems books first strong relationships. I also owe meeting the women I love to a book that I wrote. If there were no books, and if I hadn't written one, and if I hadn't come to your house looking for a book, so much of my life would be empty. Hazurama, the woman I love won't look much different from you when she reaches your age. I'll introduce her to you someday if she reciprocates my love. You will be the first to see us together, to congratulate me and to give us your blessing. Part of the reason I feel so close to you in your house, which you look after so well. I had never seen a house like yours. It's a world unto itself, like a piece of heaven fallen to earth under your cares. Anything's possible, it seems. I know you can't read. I hope this letter's being read to you in your library by your beloved granddaughter. But you light the lamp of knowledge. Your house is like a glowing school of wisdom. It's a house befitting a goddess like you. I think of all the other houses in foggy Kathmandu which even high voltage bulbs fail to light. The light in your house is brighter than any artificial light. I felt as if I belonged and wanted to spend months there. I have two habits. I either travel or read. I have the whole world in which to travel, and now for reading, I have your library. It makes me happy to think of you hearing this letter in your library. That's fitting. I hope that my writing is destined to the house in libraries, to be housed in libraries. That's why libraries appeal to me so much. One day, all that will remain of me will be my paintings and my books. Your bookshelves will house my words. Along with this letter, I want to send a photo of the woman I love to hear what you think. I want to show her photo to the wall and tell everyone I love her, but I can't do that right now. Love can't be one sided. I still haven't told her how I feel. I'm yet to find out how she feels. If I find my love reflected in her eyes, you will be the first person with whom I share my happiness. But for the moment, let me tell you this. The person I love is exactly like your granddaughter. They have the same features and the same characteristics. They are equally proud. Your loving grandson.